The culture I decided to learn about was the Brazilian culture. However, I found that the population is very diverse and traditions and food vary by region. Therefore, I decided to focus on one region in particular. The state of Paraná in Brazil has a diverse population with a rich history, their own traditions, and unique foods. Some of my focus was on the city of Moretes, especially for the traditional foods. Paraná is a southern state located on the coast of Brazil and is bordered by Sao Paulo, the Atlantic Ocean, Santa Catarina, Argentina, Mato Grosso do Sul, Paraguay, and the Paraná River. The language is Portuguese and the religion is Roman Catholic, and this is just a picture of Paraná. This is one of the famous falls, Foz do Iguaçu. These are the 20 waterfalls that come out of this fall here, which is about 215 feet high. It's definitely a tourist attraction, and this train ride is another tourist attraction. It travels 62 miles through the mountains of the Cerro de Mar. These are just some of, I thought this was a beautiful picture of the houses in a seaside town. This is one of the state symbols. It's called the trumpet tree, and these trees are found throughout the state, and it says it's covered in these yellow and purple trumpet trees. This is a map of the topography of Paraná. There are 5 distinct zones: the Atlantic forest, another picture of the Atlantic forest, the mangrove swamps, the coastal region, high mountains, sand dunes. There's an immense amount of biodiversity because of these different zones in Paraná. It is considered one of the world's most important ecosystems, and there are some scientific labs actually ran in that area. There's from different plants, from the Brazilian pine to the trumpet trees to all kinds of unique species. The animals are as diverse as the plant populations. There's different animals, and they range from rare to endangered. Cougars, red-tailed Amazons, howler monkeys, agoutis, deer, wild pigs, coral, marine birds, deer, jacata, toucans, caimans, giant water lilies, and bromeliads, of course, in the rainforest. Paraná has a rich history that began with hunter-gatherers, and there are some stone tools here that date back 100,000 or 10,000 years ago. This is a Jesuit mission. Before the explorers came to Paraná in the 1640s, it was inhabited by native tribes. Of course, they were displaced, but one of the first groups to live in Paraná is the Jesuit missionaries. Waves of immigrants came afterwards. Different immigrants from different parts of Europe. There were Germans, Italians, Ukrainians, and then there were Dutch, Arabic, Polish, and even Japanese immigrants. And these are just different parts of the state and different landmarks from the immigrants. This is a picture of German Brazilian firefighters. And this is some of the lodging in the forest to receive immigrants. Here is a picture of the municipal market, so kind of like a flea market, and some of the typical foods that are eaten in the Paraná. And that's seafood, black beans, rice, beef. The flour, manioc, is popular. And it's a little bit different than what we have. They use it as a mash sometimes. Coffee, mata tea, coconut milk, spices, papayas, mangoes. And traditional foods, this was one that I thought was very interesting. It's called bareado, and it's served during Carnival. It cooks for 14 hours in a sealed clay pot, mainly so everyone could go out in the family and party and come back and food would be ready. It used to be cooked underground, and it's served with the manioc flour and plantains on top. It's made with beef, onion, comino, scallions, garlic, and tomato sauce, and I'm pretty sure I'm going to try this at home. There's also cachaca de banana. Cachaca is made from sugar cane. And the one with the banana, also it has bananas in it. Then there's different candies, bala de banana, bala de gengibre. And these are just pictures of these types of food. These are the clay pots that the soup is cooked in, and the drink with the candies. And then some of the traditional celebrations. There's many, including Carnaval. A few that I've highlighted and shown pictures of would be the Calvajadas, which is a recreation of the medieval tournaments. Congrada, which is an Afro-Christian feast, and it originated from the slaves. They celebrate the Chico King, which is a king from the Conga. And then also there's sometimes a fight between the Christians and Moors is celebrated. There's also the crowning of Our Lady, the Sao Benedito Festival, Cherry Tree Festival, which is celebrated from the Japanese colonization over 100 years ago. And then Festa Nacional da Uva, which is an Italian festival. So a lot of different nationalities and ethnicities all mixed in together. And these are some of the pictures of the celebrations that I just mentioned. And here's my works consultant. Thank you.